Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I missed putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel. Get out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
What is up, my friends? How are you all doing today? What's going on? My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We are live for another Philadelphia 76ers game. We have, how many more left? 8 more after this? So what's this now? Game number 72? Or sorry, game number 73. So yeah, we have like 9 more left after this. So, Jordan Poole, Bob Carrington, AJ Johnson, Justin Champagne, and Alex Sarr are going to be the starting lineups for the Washington Wizards and for the Phillies. For the Philadelphia 76ers, their starting 5. It's going to be Quentin Grimes, Jeff Doughton Jr., Ricky Council IV, Justin Edwards, and Gershon Yabusele. And that is the starting 5 for today's game. Hi, everybody. Again, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. We are ready to get things going in just a few moments. I'm getting Twitter up on my phone, so that way we can keep up to date with everything. Ooh, that is beautiful. Look at that. That's a beautiful one. All right. Let's go. All right, so the Sixers are in their white, red, and blue uniforms. They got the red letters on the front and the back, the blue numbers on the back as well. The text says Sixers over on the front side, over by the chest. So there's Quentin Grimes averaging about 13.5 points per game this season. And so he is going to be starting out there for the Sixers, who, by the way, are 23-49 on the season. The Wizards, they're 15-56. And they have 2 more games that they have to play. 1 more after this one. So, all right, here we go. Sixers are going to be underway. No Malcolm Brogdon, no Marcus Smart, no Chris Middleton. Keyshawn George also out, and Sadiq Bey too. And the tip-off, here it is. It's going to go all the way over towards the right side, and Washington does win the tip-off, and we are underway. And by the way, we have the Raptors and Nets score down below for the tank-a-thon standings too. After this game is done, we'll look at the rest of that game, and we will keep you up to date with what is going on. All right, there's a couple of things I got to adjust right over here, so just bear with me. That looks better. Nice. All right. So we are good to go. Sixers have Yabusele go up with a little hook shot, and he puts it up and puts it in. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. There was an interesting quote from Kai Carlin tonight on the return of Tyrese Maxey and the others who were injured. We also heard some stuff on Joel Embiid too, according to Nick Nurse. Nurse said that Tyrese is working out. He's on the court. He's been seen by another specialist. They've given him a splint. He's trying to get used to that. It's totally a pain tolerance thing for him, so we'll see how that goes. I don't like the sound of that, but Kelly is day-to-day. He said Drum has a toe issue. Not sure about that one. He needs a little bit more time. Kyle is also working out. Lonnie's out of concussion protocol. And so he just sort of gave everybody an update on what's going on today. Bub Carrington was at the line. He made the first free throw. Did miss the second free throw. And so the Sixers have the ball back. What are your final score predictions? Comment them down below. 2-1 as Grimes tried to put up a three. Couldn't get it. Way too strong for that one. And so that's no good. DJ Jazzy Jeff. Will Smith. Jazzy Jeff. No, wasn't Jazz. There's a three-pointer by Justin Champagne, who just made a three. And that was from 26 feet. That's the younger brother of Julian Champagne. Here's Yabusele from downtown. Can't hit that one. And Jordan Poole grabs the defensive rebound for the Washington Wizards. A catch-and-shoot three by Sarr, and he hits it from the top of the key. And already Washington has a 7-2 lead. So again, it's Sarr, Champagne, Poole, Carrington, and Johnson for the Wizards. Grimes for two. It's a little bit short, and hollering the rebound is A.J. Johnson. Johnson trying to play offense, and he'll kick it out to another three-point shooter, and it goes down the drain from the logo by Jordan Poole, rocking the dark blue headband. And that'll make it 10-2 Washington. 9:40 left in this first quarter. Doughton's over on the near side of the wing. And he gives it over to Council. Council again to Yabu for three. Connects. Gershon Yabusele already 2 for 2 shooting-wise from the field so far in this game. And the Sixers have Sarr Poole slip on by Justin Edwards. And so Jordan Poole gets himself a 2. Yabu, another 3. He can't be stopped. He has scored all 8 of the Sixers' points in this first quarter so far. And he is shooting 2 for 2 from downtown. Another 3 by Washington, no. And Doughton comes away with another rebound. Already Doughton with 3 rebounds so far. 8 minutes and 45 seconds to go in this first quarter. Edwards on a catch and shoot, and it's a little bit short. He tried to nail it from the near corner, couldn't fire it on target. Here's a three-pointer that is on target by Bub Carrington, and he makes it a 7-point lead for the Washington Wizards. This guy, Bub Carrington, has had a very good year. Already 4 points in this one tonight. Yabu thinking 3, and he does. And finally, he's human. Bub, though, averaging 9 points per game, just 19 years old, was the 14th pick by the Trailblazers last year and went to Pittsburgh College. There's a step back, too, that's chucked up by Jordan Poole, and he can't seem to hit it. Sixers trying to go into the front court. Yabusele will dump it off over to Quentin Grimes. Grimes to Yabu, a little two-man game. And Yabu goes to the floor and gets fouled. Very hard. But his band was called DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. But Jazzy Jeff, though, I thought was DJ Jazzy Jeff is actually actually jazz. Isn't that actually jazz from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Yeah, DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. Yes. I think DJ Jazzy Jeff is actually jazz from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That was his best friend. DJ Jazzy Jeff. He's an American DJ. So yeah, it was him and Will Smith, of course, that were the duo. But yeah. Foul shot number 1 in. Foul shot number 2 in 2. Excellent. 15-9 Washington. They lead it by 6. And so on a drive to the basket is Poole. He can't seem to make the layup. It's rebounded by Washington again. They'll look to try to get another bucket here as they'll go down the lane, and Champagnie finishes with a flush. That was actually Alex Sarr, my mistake, but Bub Carrington does get the assist. Sixers again, Yabusele, Edwards, Grimes, Doughton Jr. counts for the fourth. Grimes misses a three. Outlet pass from Washington all the way down low over to Justin Champagnie. And actually, that was Carrington who made the two. Champagnie had the assist. And so, well, we go into the first time out. It's 19-9 Washington. Sixers down by 10. We'll be right back in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. Okay, now Stream Elements shows up. Butler's over on the outside, tries to go for a three, and he answers back. Jared Butler, former Washington Wizard, who of course was acquired by the Philadelphia 76ers at the deadline, helping the Philadelphia 76ers shoot now was 3 for 8 from three. And we have another foul called. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe as well. Oof. 1912 Washington. Sixers almost came away with a steal. Washington still has the ball. Champagnie for a three, and he nails it off of the pass by Alex Sarr. Excuse me. Butler over on the elbow, tries to go with a floater inside, can't get it, and it goes out of bounds over towards the near sideline. And it'll still be Washington basketball. This Wizards team, in case you are wondering, Washington did lose to the Raptors. It was a score of 112-104. They are on a 5-game losing streak. They lost to Toronto, New York, Orlando, Utah, and Portland. But they did end up beating the Denver Nuggets by by a score of 126 to 123 with a fully healthy lineup, which was really interesting. Here's Edwards, who goes up for a runner inside, and he nails it and makes it an 8-point game. Justin Edwards has been very strong in the last 5 first quarters, averaging about 9 points during that time, 22-14. Then we have another foul called on Philadelphia. It was not in the act of shooting. There's 5 other games going on tonight, including the Lakers-Pacers game that'll be at 7:30, along with the Clippers-Knicks game at 7:30. And then Toronto and Brooklyn, that game we're keeping our eye on. That game will also begin at 7:30. And then Milwaukee plays Denver at 9, and at 10 o'clock it's Boston versus Phoenix. That'll be interesting. 5 seconds left on the game clock here. Here's Carrington from a 3-point shot, and he is able to hit it to make it now 25-14. It's a big shot there. 5.5 minutes left to go in this first quarter. Grimes to Butler. Sixers going from right to left. Butler spinning, and I'll pass it over to Grimes. It went off the fingertips of Carrington. Grimes will answer back as he fires the trigger, and target is on point. It was a 3-point shot. Sarr for 3. Can't answer back. Champagnie boxes out Grimes and hauls in the offensive rebound. They'll reset. Champagnie getting rewarded for his great boxing out, and he gets his wish granted from 3. Justin Champagnie hitting one from 25 feet, and Jordan Poole is able to get the assist. It's 28-17 Washington. Butler another 3. Bona offensive rebound as he tries to put it back. He tried to put it back up and in, and it just could not go down. Bona blocks and rejects Alex Sarr's shot, but Sarr gets it back and nails an 11-foot shot and gives Washington a 14-point lead back. Grimes lost the ball. He tried to pass it over to Bona and the Washington Wizards on a breakaway, and Champagnie gets another dunk again. Grimes has turned the ball over quite a little bit over these last couple of games. That's been one of the flaws of his game. And so we head into a timeout. Washington is up by 16 points, and the Sixers will burn their second timeout. All right, be right back one more time. right, we're back. We are back. Sixers have Edwards, Grimes, Council, Bagley, and Bona out there. Here's Council from the pond. Can't hit it. Edwards grabs his own miss. And Council will reset it over at the top of the key. A bounce pass outside over to Bona. One more to Edwards on the far wing. Bullseye! And he hits it over from the far wing, as we just mentioned, from three-point range. Sixers down by 13 points. Love that look that Edwards was able to get. Good job by the offense to just be able to get him some space there. Grimes tussling with the ball for a second, but Washington still has possession. Sarr looking to pass it downhill over to Jones, and it's interrupted and intercepted by Bagley, and Bona is the one who does throw it down with two hands, and the lead is cut to 11. Marcus Bagley, who the Sixers just picked up about a couple of days ago on a 10-day contract, has been giving them some good minutes over these last couple of days. Bona with a block off the shot by Sarr, and Bagley comes up with the rebound, and he has it for the 76ers. Bona driving it downhill with a lot of ferocity, and he throws it up, and he can't throw it in. It's rebounded again by Washington. Boy, they've done a good job at just guarding that paint and making it really tough for guys like Bona to score. A step-back three by the Wizards, and Bona is able to be there to catch the rebound. Grimes to Edwards on the near wing for three, and Justin Edwards is human. A.J. Johnson did haul in the miss of Justin Edwards' shot. 2 minutes and 13 seconds left in this first quarter. Jones with a two, can't get it. Sarr grabs the rebound, tries to go up with a shot, and a goaltending called on Adem Bona. That's the one thing that I don't think that we've really talked about a lot during this year, is that Adem Bona, when we talk about next year's team, I know he's going to be on it, but he has to sort of be aware of all the goaltending potential plays. Some of these are really bad mistakes that he's been making. Grimes gets it, drives it inside, knifes his way into the lane, and we have a late whistle called, and Grimes will be rewarded free throws in just a few moments. Hit that thumbs up button, folks, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on those notification bell icons, too, and that way you'll know when we go live. We appreciate each and every one of you for being on here. Grimes is over at the line, dripping with a little bit of some sweat, and he'll make the first free throw. Jeff Doughton Jr. will enter on in for Justin Edwards. Then we got Tristan Vukcevic in for A.J. Johnson as well. How's everybody doing, chat? Let us know down below. We got a quiet chat tonight. What's up, Lou? How are you? Happy opening day eve. Yes, sir. 35-24, Wizards. They lead it by 11 as Grimes knocks both free throws down. Vukcevic is Serbian-Swedish and is 22 years old at his 22nd birthday 15 days ago. So happy belated birthday to him. 35-24, and we have a turnover called on Washington. I think that it was a travel violation. And nonetheless, the Sixers will indeed get the ball back. The money line right now for the 76ers is at plus 150. And it's only at minus 220 for Washington. Bona to Doughton, and a floater by Jeff Doughton Jr. is a swisher. And the lead is now cut to 9. It was a 10-foot floater, and Adem Bona got the assist from it. 35 points, 26 for the Sixers. A drive inside, and an and-one opportunity coming on up as Jalen Martin committed the dirty work, and he went up with a layup, and Marcus Bagley got called for a shooting foul. Sixers have lost a few pregame shows and whatnot. They've lost a few pregame shows. You mean that there's not as many viewers? Of course. Of course. Because the team is so bad. And they are. Doughton for three, connects. And he hits it from the far right wing. 45 seconds left in this first quarter. A little layup by Vukcevic. Not the first time, but the second time he tipped it up and tipped it in. This guy's had a very good day. He's big, he's athletic, he's strong, and, well, speaking of the devil, he just blocked Quentin Grimes. There's a little 2-on-1 fast break for Washington. They convert as JT Thor gets the layup to go off of the assist by Bub Carrington. That's just Bub's second assist of the ball game. 18 seconds left in this first quarter, and about 3 seconds differentiated in the shot clock from the game clock. Doughton not even moving just yet. Now he will. He dribbles it down the lane towards his left side, and it's rebounded by Washington. They'll have one last chance. A pump fake and a three at the buzzer. Good! 45-29 for Washington. That was Kobe Jones right at the buzzer as the first quarter comes to an end. It's a 16-point lead for the Wizards, and we go into quarter number 2. Yeah, Sixers have lost a few pregame shows and whatnot. People are dropping this team. They've lost a few. I'm trying to think. Yeah, not as many people have been tuning into them, for sure. They've lost viewers. Are we still live? Uh-oh. Please tell me that we're still live. Are we still live? Are we still live? Testing, 1, 2, 3. Somebody let me know in the chat down below if we're still live. We got 19 people tuning on in. There we go. Okay. All right, good. Because it said on Restream that it was re-uploading the live. And I was like, uh-oh. That's beautiful. Pleasant. How pleasant. We love technology. Okay. I figured out how to redirect everybody to after the stream is done. If you have another video that's coming up after the stream, I figured out how to redirect everybody. So once this stream is done, I'm going to be creating the Fantasy Baseball League, and I want everyone to join. The draft, I think, is looking like it's going to be Friday night. But again, it's first come, first serve. And then once we're done creating this league, we'll probably start around like 10:30 or so. 10:15. We'll wait for other people to get here. I'm going to make the league, and then we're going to get people to join. And if you're interested, come on. Come on over, and I'll send you the link, and you're more than welcome to join. It's going to be a lot of teams, because I expect that a lot of people are going to be interested in this. So it's going to be a long draft. I'm just going to make you aware of that. It's going to be a long one. I'm expecting to do a lot of teams. 45-29. Again, it's my first year doing this, so it'll be a learning experience for me. Edwards just airballed a three. Butler grabbed the rebound. Yabusele on the three-pointer, and he hits it. Gershon Yabusele gets claps from Will Smith over on the sideline. That makes it 45-32. Gershon with 24, or had a 24-foot shot that just went in. 9 points and 3 rebounds for Gershon. Philip Wheeler is out there for the 76ers, and he grabs a rebound. They just keep bringing in new guys every single night. Wheeler on the drive to the basket, lays it up and lays it in with the left hand and cuts the lead to 11. Dude, they just keep bringing in new guys every night. The guy's 22 years old. He's 6 feet 8 inches tall. Also weighs 185 pounds. Vucevic on a layup inside for Washington, and he gets it to fall. And the lead goes back to a baker's dozen. Butler swings it over on the outside to Yabu, and they'll give it back over to Wheeler. Wheeler downhill to Butler on a baseline jumper, and Butler hits it from the near side. Jared Butler, I think that he could be somebody that really gives the Sixers a lot of good minutes next year. Talk about a guy that can be a key cog next to Tyrese Maxey or even Joel Embiid. I think that he'd be a very good piece regardless. Does grab the rebound for the Sixers. And Edwards over at the foul line gives it back to Ricky Council. And Council spins and goes up with a foul line jumper. It was way off balance and short as well. Sarr grabbed the rebound for the Washington Wizards. They have a little pick and roll pass here that goes into the hands of Justin Edwards. Yabu on the perimeter looking to back down his defender. No double team. Now they do send a double team, and a foul is issued on Washington. Wheeler with the little Eurostep moves. Loved the play that he was able to make. Appeared in 25 G League games with the Texas Legends and the Maine Celtics this year. Played 83 career G League games with a couple of teams, including the Rio Grande Valley Vipers. They're the G League affiliate of the Houston Rockets. First free throw is good. Tristan Vucevic did get called for a technical foul. And so Yabu made the technical free throw. And so the Sixers will get the ball back. Butler back to to Edwards, that is. And Edwards turns around and goes into the paint and hits a floater and cuts the deficit back to 8. 9 minutes and 10 seconds left in this second quarter. And another foul called against the Sixers. Notice that the Sixers really aren't playing a whole lot of ISO basketball. They've actually been dishing the rock out really well and getting all of their teammates involved. 47 points for the Wizards, 39 for the 76ers. On the perimeter from downtown and making it from the far wing for Washington to put them up 50-39 is Jalen Martin. And Carrington again with another assist. Edwards will turn around and give it back over to Gershon Yabusele. He almost threw it away. Council was the intended receiver. And Council still has possession, but a reach and foul issued again on Washington. It's 50-39. The Wizards are out in front by 11 points. Dazzling moves by Ricky. Butler again will have a drop-off pass to Justin Edwards, and Edwards goes to the baseline and makes another layup. Edwards 7 points, 1 rebound, actually making now 9 points and 1 rebound. And another catch-and-shoot 3 by Washington. No, Yabusele cuts everybody off for the rebound. Goes downhill and throws it down with one hand. That put a big smile on Will Smith's face, that's for sure. Gershon Yabusele making a statement at the Wells Fargo Center. 50-43, Philadelphia down by 7. What a beautiful dunk again by Yabu. He's had some nice ones this year. Vucevic will get fouled, and we will have free throws in just a few moments. Let's go back to that play. First of all, Gershon cuts everybody off as he gets a long rebound over at the Washington foul line, and he just goes right down Broadway, gets past JT Thor, and provides a little snarl after he made that dunk. 15 points for Yabusele, 4 rebounds, and he's 5 for 8 shooting-wise from the field. Tristan Vukcevic is at the line, makes the first free throw, and the second free throw is good too. And it's back to a 9-point lead for the Washington Wizards. Toronto and Brooklyn just got started. Just want to make sure I mention that. I will adjust this scoreboard for y'all. There we go. Is that better? That looks like you can see it. And sorry about the vertical stream. There we go. The vertical stream is back up and running. This one actually we're going to put down here. All right, there we go. 54 points for the Wizards, 43 for the Philadelphia 76ers. Another rebound by JT Thor as he tries to hit a turnaround three-pointer, and he can't do so. Philadelphia trying to parade down Broadway, and Ricky Council can't make the layup. But he is fouled. All right, another timeout taken by Philadelphia. What's good, everybody? Hopefully you're all doing well. And again, having yourselves a very fantastic day. Just out of curiosity, and I don't really care about people's opinions, but I'm saying personally, do you guys like the way that we call basketball? Or do you think that it should be a little bit different? Or do you think it's like, I don't know, like I tune into you some nights because I love your energy. Other nights, like when you don't have as much energy, I don't like to tune in. I'm just curious. You know, I don't really take it I really don't take it personally. But I'm just curious. You know? So, just give me your thoughts down below. Would really appreciate that. I know, obviously, this team is just so bad. I mean, I'm looking at everybody. It's not like who wants to watch this team? Who does? Who wants to watch this team? Nobody. Unfortunately, it's funny to me because YouTube, all they care about is numbers. So if they see that you're drawing in a lot of people, then they're naturally going to want more people to join that. And so, regardless of if the team's doing bad or not, it impacts the content creators, you know? I'm not saying that I'm not trying to like scoop people and say, well, you should just tune on in just for them. No, not at all. But I'm just saying that I don't know if you guys think about that. I didn't even think about it before until I don't know, like a couple of weeks ago. Because first I was like, am I doing something wrong? Is there something that I could be doing better? And then it's like, well, you really think about it. What really can you be doing better? Because the team is just so bad. They're not winning games when they're playing like one of the worst teams in the NBA. Who wants to watch them? Who wants to actually care and invest their time into something that is just not that good of a product, you know? And it's understandable when you think about it from that perspective. But still, I would like to hear some of your thoughts about the way that we call it on here, all that type of stuff. And if I don't get to your answers, I like to look at things after the game. Grimes will get the inbound pass. He'll bounce it over to his teammate for a three-pointer. That's way off the mark. That was Bagley who couldn't hit the three. Or Philip Wheeler, that was. Tristan Vukcevic got the rebound. Vukcevic will give it back to A.J. Johnson. And Johnson will dump it off over to Carrington. Carrington back to Johnson. The layup that he provides is contested, and Adembona is the one who gets the rebound. Whoever just subscribed, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Marcus Bagley on a catch-and-shoot three-pointer. No. And the rebound belongs to Washington. It was almost saved by Wheeler. But it's JT Thor for a rebound. Vukcevic from way downtown. The ball does go out of bounds. And the last touch by Washington. Sixers ball. 5 minutes and 46 seconds remaining in this second quarter. Philadelphia was down by 16 points heading into the second. And they have outscored Washington 14-9 in the second quarter. But they are still trailing by 11. Sixers have Grimes, Doughton Jr., Bona, Wheeler, and Bagley out there. Doughton has the rock. He's double-teamed. He'll take it all the way over towards the elbow, the far elbow, that is, and a kick out over to Wheeler. Wheeler, pump fake, sidestep, three-pointer at the buzzer, the shot clock buzzer, and he still can't get it. And Washington comes away with another miss. Sixers have gotten pretty cold shooting-wise from three. And, well, I think that on defense they've gotten a little bit stagnant, too. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Running around the timeline is Martin, and a two-pointer by Jalen Martin is off the mark. Wizards do grab a rebound, but the ball did not even hit the rim, and therefore it is a shot clock violation, and Sixers will have the ball back. Washington, of course, they are led by Brian Keefe as their head coach. 54 points for the Wizards and 43 for the Philadelphia 76ers. They are at home at the Wells Fargo Center tonight. Sixers 23-49, also 12-22 at home. Doughton on the perimeter, steps back, puts up a three, and he chucks it and hits it off the back iron. There's a 3-on-1 situation. Doughton was trying to go for help. Carrington, or Sarr that is, lost the ball. Grimes got the steal. It's 4-on-4 basketball here, and Grimes goes up for a layup, and he's fouled pretty hard. Then he'll get on up and go back over to the line. Let's see. Yeah. Dazzling moves by Ricky. What's up, Bonj? What's going on? Bonj, I got you. Yeah, I'll let you become a mod. Let's get jiggy with it and tank. I'm just here to mainly support and to make sure they lose. Thanks. But if you guys think that I could be doing anything better, please let me know. Sometimes I think I'm not doing a good job at something. You know, I'm always thinking about other ways that I can get better. Maybe certain things last year I didn't do such a good job with this year. All that type of stuff. I just constantly think about that. Of course you can become a mod on here. Do you have a Discord, Bonj? I am wondering if when I do have mods, I want to make sure that they do have a Discord. 4 minutes and 19 seconds are left to go in this second quarter. Sarr gets it over at the nail. And he'll try to give it back to Jackson, or Johnson, that is, and another foul is called on Grimes. Okay. Make the team win, though, next season. No, but seriously, if there's anything that you can think of just from, like, a delivery perspective that I'm not doing as good of a job on, please, like, let me know. I'm being dead serious when I say that. Doughton back over to Grimes for another three-pointer, and he can't seem to hit it. Bona grabs the offensive rebound, gives it back to Council, and Council's layup is good, and the lead is now cut to 7. Bonj, do you have a Discord server? Do you have a Discord? 54-47. The Wizards have gone field goal-less over the last 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Another missed opportunity for Washington. Council trying to hit a three, and he can't do so. Washington with another rebound, and oh man, A.J. Johnson just took that thing right over to the cup, and that was, got wild with it and just threw it down like he was Tarzan. 56 points for Washington and 47 for the Sixers. Sixers miss a 2, and they end up giving the ball away, and Washington capitalizes as A.J. Johnson comes away with another dunk on a fast break. The Sixers just have not done a good job out in transition on defense, to be specific. A.J. Johnson has just been a speed demon that the Sixers have had to deal with all night long. Doughton with the left-handed floater. That thing is pretty deadly when it's on point. That's the one thing about his game that I do respect. 58 points for Washington, 49 for the 76ers. Johnson, not once, gives it back to Champagnie, and he makes the 2. Sixers getting out-rebounded again in this game, 28-17 already, and there's about 2 minutes and 3 seconds left in this first half. Edwards operating on the perimeter, zigzags into the lane, cuts through, finishes right at the cup with the left hand, and makes it a 9-point deficit for Philadelphia. There's about 1:48 seconds to be played in the second quarter. Sarr with a runner inside. Good. He got it. Give Alex Sarr in this game 13 points, 4 rebounds, a couple of steals, and 1 assist. Also, Jordan Poole, not a lot of scoring from him, but he's been facilitating the basketball at a very high level. Bona with a windmill. Got it. Wasn't really a windmill dunk, but threw it down with 2 hands nonetheless. 62 points for Washington, 53 for the Sixers. Here's a catch-and-shoot 3, and it's good on the far corner, and Washington is back up by 12. Justin Champagnie with now 16 points, 8 rebounds, and he's a difference maker in this game tonight. 4 for 5 from beyond the arc. Grimes will step back. He's over on the perimeter again. He puts up a 3-pointer and connects on the near wing, and the Sixers are back down by 9. Quentin Grimes in this one with 10 points, 2 assists. That was his second 3 that he made today. Another 2 by Poole, and he makes the floater look so easy. 67 points for Washington and 56 for the Philadelphia 76ers. Grimes wants to ISO again. Thought about getting a screen as Bona tried to set one up for him. And, well, Grimes gets a little bit of some space somehow, some way. Puts up a 2 and hits it again. The defense has not been good, but the offense has still been keeping the Sixers within striking distance. 17 seconds left in the second quarter. Sarr for 3. No. Rebound by Council. And Council has it with 5 seconds left to go. Grimes looking to give it back to Council for a catch-and-shoot 3. No. Bona, rebound. And he had to be very quick with it as he tried to go up for a putback. And he couldn't hit it. So we go into halftime. Sixers down by 9. 67-58. They did a better job in that second quarter overall. They did outscore the Wizards by 7, but not enough to get them over that hump. And they trail by 9 going into quarter number 3. And they'll be back in just a little bit. All right. Bonge, do you have a Discord server? Yes. Let's go. I think 76ers might go for Derek Queen. Maybe, says maybe Rob. I don't know. Maybe. Did my friend Bonge say that he had a Discord? I don't think he said. Am I still doing my 48 hours of streaming? Nope. I decided not to. I decided not to do it because I think that it was really important that I learned that I was getting really tired, right? And I didn't want to put my body through it. And I was thinking, well, we're going to get to 5K anyways. So, why am I really trying to push for that? it's nice to have goals in mind, but when you try to force it on people, it's just not as great. And in the grand scheme of things, we're going to get to 5K. So, why put myself through all of that when I know eventually, and it could take a while, but I'd rather have it happen organically. Like, let's not put a timestamp on it, but let's just make more content, and then when it happens, it happens. And I'll be even more excited that way. I can understand that it's hard to have a positive mindset when calling games for a team as bad as the Sixers have been. Yeah, I mean, like, look, ask the broadcasters that are out there. I know that Tom McCarthy does, other things besides the Phillies. If I was covering another team, right? If I was covering this for another network or something, I'd have my spotting boards filled out. I've sort of gotten a little bit, I think personally I've gotten a little bit lazy with that. But that's because I've been doing other things for the channel. I've been trying to focus more on graphics and trying to focus more on doing other things. And I haven't really been as focused on the actual cast itself. Maybe that does show. But I'm doing 6 jobs at once. It's a lot. And again, like, I'm trying to open up myself more, and I'm trying to get more people involved. But even that, to be honest with you, for me is a little bit challenging. But I learned that during these whole last couple of weeks. When you stream a lot, you need help. You do. You need help. And so, that's part of the growing pains of this. But that's also part of the experience. And I'm happy that I put myself through it, because that's how you learn. You don't learn if you don't go through the fire. And I thought that was good. So, but overall, I just think that I always think to myself, well, how can we be better? How can we go into a better direction? I don't always think about it like to an extent like where it sort of turns me down. But I do think about it from time to time, and I wonder, well, maybe we could try this. Maybe we could try this. Tonight I've been trying to do a little bit more analysis on things. And I don't know. It's also important for me to remember to be myself when I do this too. 67-58 is the score. The Wizards do lead it by 9. Hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel, folks. And hit that subscribe button too. If you really do enjoy this content, I really appreciate you all for rocking with us. I know that this team has really been so bad, and a lot of us have had to deal with it, of course. It has really hurt the content creators out there, but we're still rolling through it, right? We don't give up. And whether they succeed or whether they fail, I promised I would do it. And we keep our promises. Sixers are 12-22 at home this year. In this game so far, what have been my quote-unquote takeaways? I like what Quentin Grimes has done. I thought Yabu came out with a lot of fire in this game. He was hitting some big-time threes. He scored like our first 8 points of the game, which was kind of cool. Yabu has sort of had a bad second half that not a lot of people really want to talk about. But I think that the eye injury that he dealt with and the knee injury that he dealt with was not so good. But he has had a nice game today. And again, hopefully we're able to keep him and Quentin Grimes next year. That's a conversation for another day. But this game, I think that he's looked pretty good. I liked they had that one dunk where he just went downhill, got a good rebound first, and then was just out in transition and just threw it down the house. It was great. It was really great to see that. So, 67 points for the Washington Wizards, 58 for the Philadelphia 76ers. Anything else that really sort of got my juices flowing or, maybe put a little smile on my face. I can't really say much. The Wizards, they're in the tanking mode too. There's no Brogdon. They're missing everybody, all their star players except for pretty much Jordan Poole. Rashawn Holmes not playing. Keyshawn George not playing. They have decided to go all in on this too. And the whole strategy of tanking from an organization standpoint is really interesting to me because the Sixers, I actually think, do a really good job at it. But when it comes to actually trying to win games, they have not been able to do such a good job at that. They have failed us time and time again, but I think tanking is a part of their bread and butter. I'm not even joking. Like I'm being dead serious. The organization knows how to press the right buttons to figure out ways for them to lose. And it's kind of impressive because with what they were able to do against the New Orleans Pelicans, like that was a big loss. They needed that as an organization. Tonight's another big one. They need this too. Is that Davis Bertans? I don't think so. Chris Middleton also not playing for the Wizards. But yeah, I like some of these dialed up game plans that they've been having during these tanking games. I really appreciate all you guys. Tank-a-thon. It's beautiful. There will be other times to do marathon streams. Yeah. Again, like I was happy that I tried to push out as much content as I did, but then I realized, well, damn, I'm hurting myself. I'm not getting rest, not getting sleep, and therefore I'm robbing you guys because I'm not giving you guys the best content. You know, when you're dating somebody, and I've never really dated anybody, but I know that when you spend a lot of time with a loved one, that's you have to spend some time away too. You can't just be clingy. Can't just be around that person like 17 hours a day. You have to have some separation. You have to have some time to yourself or time for other things. You know, because that's toxic. And then the opposite, if you're not spending much time with them, if I'm not spending much time with you guys, it's the same thing. So, again, it's a living and learning experience. And I'm still young, relatively, on the YouTube. So I can make mistakes. And I want to. I want to make mistakes and grow. You know? Am I still doing a fantasy baseball league? Of course I am. Of course. It's going to be after the stream. Yes. I'm making the stream tonight. If you saw my community post, Scott, if you could post that, I would really appreciate that. I posted on my community that I'm creating the league tonight, and we're going to be having the draft on Friday. On Friday, I think we're going to have it at 7. So, yeah, I think that that's what we're going to do in regards to that. More about this game. We're getting out rebounded. We're getting out assisted. We're getting out turnovered. We are. And yet, they're beating us in every single category. It's just impressive. It is. It's very impressive. They're shooting 54% from the field. We're shooting 43% from the field. I thought that in the very last game that we played on Monday, this New Orleans team was losing some big games, and I was thinking for sure they're not playing CJ, they're not playing Zion, they're not playing Herbert Jones. They just had Jose Alvarado going, and I was wondering how we were going to find a way to sort of match that intensity. You have to sell it. That's the thing, is that you can't just bench these guys, okay? You have to try to find a way to be creative as an organization where Guys are going to go out there. The players are going to try. That's just what they're naturally going to do. So you have to sort of fight that. And the players may not like it at all. And it sucks for them. And I do feel bad. But it's what's best for the organization right now. And so they're finding ways to pull guys at the right times. And they're not trying to sell these losses. They're not trying to sell out, if that makes sense. I think that that's the thing that sort of has impressed me during this whole time. And again, it sucks because they're playing really awful basketball and we're seeing the other side of things. You ever find a way? Here's a good analogy here. Okay? If you've ever seen Ready Player One, okay, in the first race, they're trying to get to the golden egg, whatever. Everybody's going forwards in the race during the second try. And then what's his name figured out, well, maybe I should go backwards. Maybe I should be one of the only ones that actually goes backwards. And he found a little glitch. I think that maybe the Sixers, I'm not trying to tell you that they found a glitch, but that's sort of what they kind of have to do. They are sort of glitching. It's not cheating because it's still within the rules of play. It's still fair game, whether you like it or not. They're finding a way to finesse the system. So that way they can keep an asset and try to get better for next year. That's why during the whole process era, I didn't really have a problem with it because the whole idea of the process was to stink for a couple of years and then be great with all the draft picks and everything that you've assessed. And I never thought that that was a bad idea because, again, it was still within the rules of play. But that's how I sort of look at this. They're finessing the system and they're finding a way to hack into something so that way they can get a top prospect. It may not work out because there's also a little bit of luck with the ping pong balls too. But that's the way that I look at it. Everybody's trying to go for the win. Everybody's trying to win, but then yet there's other teams that are like, you know what? We're not going anywhere. We got to find ways to lose. And it's the opposite. I hope that that makes sense. I hope that that was actually a good analogy. It may not have been a good analogy at all whatsoever. But that's like the best analogy that I could think of. Did you guys hear that LeBron was on Pat McAfee today and had some things to say about Marcus Hayes and Joel Embiid? And now he actually backed up Joel Embiid. Thought that was interesting. Rough time to be a Sixers fan. It's a rough time being a Sixers fan. But we're still doing it. And we're staying alive, baby. You'll definitely hit it by opening day. Should be a big turnout. Yeah, I agree. And we got some cool things coming up tomorrow, too. I want to change things up, but, see how it goes. Sixers have the ball. Council on a catch-and-shoot three-point shot. Can't get it. The tip back, though, is up and in by Justin Edwards. Sixers only down by 7 now. Raptors are up 32-18 in the end of the first quarter. A 3 by Sarr. Count it. 70 points for the Washington Wizards and just 60 for the Philadelphia 76ers. LeBron embarrassed himself today, says Lou. How did he embarrass himself? He was right about the Marcus Hayes thing. I mean, Joel Embiid shouldn't have shoved the guy, but you don't personally, talk about their family or like your loved ones like that. He said Giannis could score 250 in the 70s when you could hand check and clog the lane. That's bozo talk. Well, that's exaggeration, but I don't think that with the rules back then he would have scored that many points. But it's a different game. It's just a different game. Like, why bring up that convo now? Grimes over on the outside to Justin Edwards. Edwards back to Grimes. Another three-pointer, way too strong. And that's going to be rebounded by the Washington Wizards again. And we have another foul called. So Philadelphia plays Washington tonight. Philadelphia also plays Washington tomorrow. Not that Washington team. Not that Philadelphia team. The Philadelphia Phillies play Washington tomorrow in the nation's capital. And that'll be fun. Join us if you guys like baseball, like I do. Come join us. We have a lot of fun. Here's a wide open three-pointer that's off by Jordan Poole. Council on the outside, spinning, turning, heading over towards the elbow, backs back up over towards the perimeter, bounces it over to Quentin Grimes. Grimes was going to take a three-pointer there, but Council was right in his way. Council then moved over towards his right. Quentin passed it to Council, and Council put up a three, and it went in and out. And it also did go out of bounds. A catch-and-shoot three-pointer by Washington, in and out it goes. Sarr just not able to get the soft touch on that shot. Grimes will hammer one in as he went over towards the cup, and he makes it a 10-point game on the two. Sarr, Champagne, Poole, Carrington, and Hamilton, or Johnson that is, all out there for the Wizards. Another missed shot by Washington. Sixers will get the rebound as the ball does go out of bounds. And the Sixers will have it. 41 more subs so we get to 5K, man. No, not about Embiid and Hayes. LeBron used Embiid as cover. Stephen A. didn't say anything bad about Bronny. Yeah, I know. I figured he was gonna use that as cover, but still, I still agree with that statement. I still agree with it. 72 points for the Washington Wizards and 62 for the Philadelphia 76ers. And Justin Champagne, they weren't going to call a foul there, and they probably should have. That was a terrible call by the refs. That's the one thing we haven't really been complaining about is the referees. Isn't that funny? The refs are actually managing good games while the Sixers are losing. Gershon will toss it outside over to Doughton, and Doughton goes over towards the elbow, tries to hit a fadeaway two, can't do so. Sarr rebound, outlet pass over to Jordan Poole, and Poole gets the layup to fall, and the lead is back up to 12 for the Wizards. No, I agree with you too. Marcus absolutely did go too far. Yabu from downtown, and it's hauled back in by Justin Champagne again. Give him 9 rebounds. He's acting like he's a center out there. But part of it's because, well, truth be told, the Sixers don't have a lot of bigs, but this guy is still 6 feet 6 inches tall, and he looks like a center out there today. Poole lost the ball as it did go out of bounds, and it'll be Philadelphia basketball again. Doughton, Grimes, Edwards, Yabusele, and Council out there. Yabu fizzling his way towards the basket, and he throws it down with 2 hands. He's had some good plays today. Yabu has actually looked like more of his first half self, not just with the catch and shoot threes, but with the way that he's been attacking the rim. It's been very smooth. Johnson parts the Red Sea, gets some space, and has his way with a Euro step and the underhanded scoop on the right side of the baseline. 7 minutes and 13 seconds remaining in quarter number 3. Edwards looking for some help, gives it back outside to Grimes at the top of the key. He backs up over towards the logo, steps up, puts up a 3, and connects. That was from 28 feet, and Quentin Grimes able to drop a dime into the bucket. 12 for 25. Washington is from beyond the arc. Sixers are 9 for 31. Another offensive rebound, but as the pass was made, Edwards got the steal. Edwards going coast to coast, and he puts it up and puts it on in. Washington still has not called a timeout yet. If you can find that, or if you can believe that, they have not. Yabu almost came up with a steal here, and we have another foul called and a Sixers full timeout taken. So they've burned now 3 timeouts, the Sixers. Washington actually did burn 1. I want to make sure that I do say that. But regardless, we'll go into another break. Sixers down by 7. Let's go. When do we get the link to the draft? After this video is done. I don't know if you saw, but I have a video that's up next where it'll be live. It's right over here. I'll post it right now. Why is this not copying? Control C. It's right here. If somebody wants to copy this for me, so that way I don't have to keep copying and pasting and telling people the same thing, I would really appreciate it. There's the link. We're going live after this stream is done. So the Sixers will be done first, and then we're going back to Brooklyn to see if Brooklyn can lose or if Toronto can lose. Either way, honestly, I think I'm wanting... I don't know about you guys, but I'd rather have Brooklyn win tonight because they're still tied with us, and I know that we have the tiebreaker, but I also understand Toronto was like a game and a half behind us, and even if they're 2.5 behind us, that sort of gets them out of the race too. But I'd rather have Brooklyn lose. I don't know about you. But that's where I stand with this. Sixers only have 3 timeouts left. Washington actually has not called a timeout. They haven't called a timeout. Got to give it up, give it up. Where is it? Got 3 people watching over us on the vertical stream. That's cool. JMJ's here. What's going on, my friend? How are you? I forgot to look at the vertical stream. Sorry about that. Brian's also here. Is Poole even playing? Yeah. Probably commented a while ago and I missed it. I apologize, my friends. Edwards with 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 7 field goals that he's made. Jared Butler will re-enter on in for Jeff Doughton Jr. Yabu will get a steal, or Sar will get a steal that is, and he is able to throw it up and throw it on in. 78-71. Edwards on the drive to the basket. He got it. And that's why the Sixers have 71 points. It was really 78-69. So the Sixers got to get back out there on defense. Sar, Champagne, Poole, Carrington, and Johnson all out there for the Wizards. Grimes will try to poke it into the hands of Gershon Yabusele. And the Sixers will get a rebound as they will call a loose ball foul on Johnson. Cal Rowley just got a 6-year extension yesterday, and they made it official today. Carrington got called for a loose ball foul, and the Wizards are going to call for time. I think that they're going to just look this thing over. So we'll see what happens in just a little bit. First half was quick, not going to lie. It was a really quick first half. I feel like the first quarter always goes by so quick in these games here. I do. Appreciate you guys so much for being on here. Give It Up by Casey and the Sunshine Band has been stuck in my head all night. It's funny. We got 24 likes, 19 people on here watching. Appreciate that. I do. I appreciate you guys. After this, we were going to be doing our fantasy baseball league. We're going to be creating it. And then we're going to be having people join. And then what I'm going to do is we'll have this draft on Friday, but I am going to join a public league, and I am going to do a draft. I'm just going to join a random public league. They're not going to know that it's me. And I will just do a draft. Probably around like 11:30, midnight. That type of a thing. So, I'm going to make the rules. I know everybody's going to have their own opinions on things, but I'm just going to make them. I'm probably not even going to read chat that much once I do make it, to be honest with you, because I have a way that I want to do it. And then we'll just change the draft time. And I just want to make sure that you guys can join. That's all. I want to make sure that you all can join. The challenge, by the way, by Washington is successful, and they still have all 7 of their timeouts. So it'll result in a jump ball over at the Sixers logo. Will Smith is still a part-time owner of the Philadelphia 76ers. I haven't really seen him at any games over the last couple of years, to be honest with you. But he was in today. 78 points for Washington, 71 for Philadelphia. 5 minutes and 51 seconds left in this third quarter. The ball gets tipped into the hands of Jordan Poole. And so Poole has the ball. They'll dribble it from right to left. Poole being heavily guarded by Grimes. The screen comes. It's set by Champagnie. They'll give it back down low to Sarr. Sarr to Champagnie over on the outside. Champagnie zigzags, goes into the lane, turns around, puts up a floater, and hits it. And puts Washington back up by 9 points. 80-71. 5:20 left in the third quarter. Grimes gets the ball stolen away. Wizards with Champagnie going downhill with that esteem. Can't get the layup to go, and out it goes. Edwards with the rebound. Grimes to Butler. One more to Yabusele on the near corner for a 3. And all Rose, all sit down as Yabu's three-pointer goes out. And it was last touched by Washington. Sixers are down by 9. 5 minutes left in this third quarter. Johnson looking to try to get some space. Gives it up over to Poole. Downhill. They'll dish it around the timeline. Johnson with a trifecta, and it's tracked down by Alex Sarr. Washington still does have possession. Johnson, with 5 seconds left on the shot clock, kicks it out to a wide-open three-point shooter on the far corner. The three-point shot's off. Johnson tried to make a shot there, and it went out, and Marcus Bagley grabbed his miss. So he tried to put it back up and in, and just could not do so. Butler to Grimes. Grimes dribbles with the left hand, heads into the lane, and gives it back to Marcus Bagley, who fires the trigger, and Bagley misses from downtown. Bona waiting the sub back in for the Philadelphia 76ers. Yabu defending Sarr, and another wide open three by Alex Sarr. He actually was defending Johnson, per se, and then Sarr knew that the mismatch was going to happen, and so Washington is back up by 12. Grimes will get the ball kicked by Sarr, and it goes out of bounds. And they're going to call kicked ball violation. Everybody wants it, baby. Giannis would be unstoppable. Giannis would be unstoppable. Giannis in any era, I think, would be really hard to deal with. Grimes from downtown again. Can't get it. Offensive board, and it's blocked. Wheeler tried to go up for a 2, and it was rejected by JT Thorpe again. Martin got the rebound. Poole again. Yes. Jordan Poole hitting another three-pointer from 26 feet. And it's like he's back on Golden State. 15 points for him, 7 assists, 2 rebounds. And he is shooting 50% from downtown. Another rebound tracked by Jalen Martin again. He's been very good on the glass over these last couple of minutes. Poole from the logo. Oh my gosh, can't speak tonight. Jordan Poole hits another shot from way downtown, and Washington's back up by 18 points. That was from 31 feet. That was a very deep bomb thrown down by Jordan Poole. Butler at the top of the key, able to hit a 3 himself, and the lead is back to 15 points, and Washington will burn its first timeout of the ball game. With 2:27 left to go in the third. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. All right, Washington tried to hit a 2, and and they could not do so. And the Sixers, they got the ball back, and a foul is called on Washington. Marcus Bagley is at the line, and he'll shoot a pair of free throws. The very first one is good. Kyle Neubeck just said that they just did the quote-unquote Carlton cam during the TV timeout and didn't put Will Smith on the Jumbotron to make him do it. What? This is the worst thing you've done all season, Sixers. That's funny, Kyle. 89-76. 76ers down by 13 points. Bagley does make both free throws. They'll give it downhill over to Tristan Vukcevic, and Vukcevic is able to hit a two-handed dunk. Carrington got the assist. Wheeler going downhill, laying it up, and laying it in. Whew. He got it over on the near corner and decided to take it right over to the cup. That was some pretty good moves by Wheeler. Good for him. 91 points for Washington, 70 for the Philadelphia 76ers. Wheeler with an alley-oop pass, and he gives it up over to Council, who throws it down. Got a little wild with it, and Wheeler making some plays over the last two possessions. Another three-point shot off the mark by Washington. 1 minute left to go in this third quarter. Philip Wheeler just made two nice plays as he grabs another rebound again. Edwards now has the ball. Takes it towards the top of the key, drives it inside, finishes with the left hand on the right side of the baseline, and the Sixers cut it to a 9-point game. The Sixers have responded. It's an 11-2 run over these last couple of minutes. 42 seconds remaining in the third quarter. At the top of the key is Carrington from downtown again, and he nails it. Bub Carrington knocking it down and sinking it from the top of the key. 28 seconds left in this third quarter. Council distributes it back over to Wheeler, and Wheeler tried to mow his way downhill to get a dunk. Couldn't do so, though. Offensive rebound by the Sixers. Butler from three. Got it. He did. He got it with 94-85 and 10 seconds remaining as the third quarter is winding down. 5 seconds left to go. Vukcevic gives it outside. Over on the perimeter from three, and knocking it down at the buzzer is Kobe Jones again. He did it in the first quarter, and he does it here to end the third quarter. Right at the buzzer, he hits another three-point shot, and that was certainly off in plenty of time. 97-85 Washington as we head into quarter number 4. Oof. Big shot. Let's go, baby. Hit that thumbs up button, folks. Hit that subscribe button as well. Chat is very quiet today, but again, appreciate you all so much for being on here. Does mean a lot to me. We still got 19 people tuning on in. Wow. But continue to hit that thumbs up button, man. And continue to subscribe. It's wild. (97-85) Wizards. Washington also, by the way, leads at 62-43. They're going to go into halftime. We're going to cover the rest of that game after this one is done. I don't know if that's on NBA TV or what. We could double check. I think NBA Game Time Live starts at 9, so we'll be able to sort of watch that afterwards. Lakers are playing Indiana tonight, so that does not help. And then after the Toronto game is done, we'll be on doing are getting ready for our draft. Let's go give RB a like. Who do we take with RB? During the Phillies games, when we're getting a lot of people, I'm gonna go support my guy. Let's go give my guy though a like. It's just wild to me that we have to like go to this point, man. It's wild to me that we are just here. 97-85. I know I keep saying it, but did you really think that coming into this season that the 76ers were going to be one of the worst teams in the NBA? I think that this is probably the most unexpected season that the Sixers have ever had in their career, in their franchise. I really do. A team that was supposed to have championship expectations that finishes as a bottom feeder of a team. Let me know when the last time that that's ever happened. Butler from way downtown can't hit it, and it's rebounded by Bub Carrington again. We've played just 40 seconds into this fourth quarter. Philadelphia trailing by 14 points. It's Carrington, Vucevic, Thor, Jones, and Martin all out there. That was Tristan Vucevic, who just made a 16-foot shot, and Washington back up by 16 points. Wheeler with a three, can't hit it, and Carrington rebound, outlet pass to Jones. Jones spinning, he lost the ball, but a foul called on Philadelphia. Nice. Very cool. Thanks so much for stopping by, Eric. Appreciate that. (101-85) and 10:45 left in the fourth quarter. Carrington again over on the outside. Takes it right over towards the nail. Puts up a layup inside. No foul called on Butler. But he's able to snag the missed shots. Butler with a beautiful pass to Marcus Bagley, who cuts towards the basket, slashes towards the rim, and makes it a 14-point game. Jones dribbling around the lane, gives it back outside for a three-point shot by Vucevic, and he misfires from 25 feet. Again, Bagley to Wheeler for three. No. The Philadelphia 76ers just cannot stop Vucevic. 12 points for him. Already 6 points in just this fourth quarter. Sixers can't make a three-pointer. And Washington again cutting and jumping for the rebound. Sixers as a team just shooting 27.5% from beyond the arc. They were shooting 40% from three in the first half. And we do have another foul. I think that Washington is going to benefit from that. It's 103-87. And JT Thor is going to head over to the line. The odds that the Sixers come back in this one, the money line is now at plus 2,500. First free throw is no good. And again, Brooklyn down by 17 at the half against the Toronto Raptors. We're going to be watching the end of that game. Again, if Toronto does win, the Sixers are then 2.5 games above them in the tank-a-thon standings. Second foul shot is missed by JT Thor, so that means 3 free Chick-fil-A McNuggets for 76ers fans.
Excellent.
Free Chick-fil-A tenders, I should say. Doughton with a layup on the other side. Got it to go. Jeff Doughton Jr. give him 9-1-1. About 8:50 left in the fourth quarter. And we have another three-pointer that's misfired by Washington. Philip Wheeler is able to haul in the miss. Doughton telling Council to go cut over towards the basket. Council will then pass it to Yabu, and they'll dump it back off over to Doughton, and Doughton's three-pointer is no good. It was Yabu who took the ball on a bounce, caught it like it was a one-hopper, got the rebound. They'll swing it around the timeline. Council for a three-pointer, and Ricky Council the fourth gets the Sixers back in this game as they trail by 11. It is now 103-92. Council hit one from 30 feet. And Doughton give him just 3 assists tonight. Jones driving it, cutting towards the basket. As he tries to hit a layup, can't do so. Council being a speed of lightning on the other side, gets past his defender and is fouled. What's going on, my friend? How are you? Is that Jay Didinger? I think that was Jay Didinger doing some camera work for the Philadelphia 76ers. I could be wrong about that. First free throw is good, and we have a timeout taken at the 7:45 marker. Wizards will call for time, and A.J. Johnson, Adem Bona, and Quentin Grimes will all sub back on in for their respective teams. How disrespectful are the Philadelphia 76ers as an organization? Do you feel like that the 76ers have disrespected you as fans? I feel like the worst thing that's really happened this year, when you really dissect everything, is from the very start of the season, this franchise was not straightforward with you. This franchise lied. They lied in your face. They said that they had a good team to go out there and win a championship. And they still, at the trade deadline, said you just got to squint your eyes. And yet even when you do squint those eyes, you can still see that this team can win a championship. They went out there, they got old guys. They thought that it was totally fine if the Philadelphia 76ers would get 35-year-old Kyle Lowry, 30-year-old Caleb Martin, 35-year-old Reggie Jackson, and they sold you garbage. The 76ers, Joshua Harris, who is the owner of the New Jersey Devils, the Philadelphia 76ers, and now the Washington Commanders, is gaslighting you. He has gaslighted this whole entire city. And the reason why is because he signed Joel Embiid's check. And he said that he didn't want to extend Joel Embiid. Lie after lie after lie. And I think that that's been the most disappointing thing about this year. Say what you want about the injuries. Say what you want about guys not being healthy and the way that Nick Nurse has coached the team, even though he's been given different lineups on a night-to-night basis, this organization has just really been so stuck in their ways, and they are just not being honest with you as the audience. That's the truth. Paul George, they gave all that money to him, and look at where that got him. Council back out there for the Philadelphia 76ers, and Adem Bona hits the layup. We were also screaming at Nick Nurse for not playing the younger guys when the Sixers were even somewhat healthy. But overall, when you think about it from an outsider's perspective, why did they give so much money? And why did they give so much money to Paul George, who's 35 years old and is so injury prone, and yet they gave an extension to Joel Embiid, who wasn't even due for an extension? Can somebody explain that to me in the chat? 105-94. Council will drive it inside. He makes the layup and one. Can somebody please explain that to me in the chat? Why would the 76ers want to give Joel Embiid, who still had knee problems, just give him an extension even when he wasn't even due for one? And why they gave all that money to Paul George? Does somebody want to explain that to me? Is anybody else frustrated? What was frustrating to you about this year? Let it all out. Let it all out. I just can't stand being lied to by an organization that told you that they were going to go out there and do everything that they could to help you win a championship, when in reality, they had their own agenda, and that was just to rely on analytics and to not rely on the eye test. And Daryl Morey even said that he was using a spreadsheet every single time when it came to making moves. That's how he got Paul George. ChatGPT said that they should go out there and get Paul George with all that money. 105-96. And Council is going to go to the line for one more. What's the most disappointing to you? What are you most bothered by? I'm disappointed, too, that they haven't cleaned house with all the medical professionals. It's not even just with Joel Embiid's health. Look at Paul George. Look at Tyrese Maxey. Like, they're dealing with some serious injuries, and yet our medical staff just does not know how to handle these things. They've had this problem for years and years. That, to me, is even more disappointing. 107-97. As Adem Bona gets called for a shooting foul. And JT Thor is going to take a seat, and Alex Sarr is going to enter on in. What do you think that the 76ers should do during the offseason of this year, folks? If we get the number 1 overall pick, are you trading that away? Or are you taking Cooper Flagg or Ace Bailey? What are you doing with that pick? It's a loaded question. Adem Bona will dump it off over to Jeff Doughton Jr. It's 108-97. 6 minutes left to go. Doughton with a layup. Can't hit it. And it's rebounded by Washington. 5:43 left to go in the fourth quarter. Kobe Jones gets past every single Sixers defender and yet makes it a 13-point game again. What would you do if the Sixers get the first overall pick this year? What are you doing? Are you trading it or are you keeping it? And who are you trading it for if you're going to trade for somebody? 112.97 as A.J. Johnson made a dunk. Grimes lost the ball. And it's 112.97. Who you trading it for? Yabu will try to go up for a layup inside, and he does make it. It's 112-99. Be specific with me. Who are you trading it for? And what's the package going to be? Tyus Jones gets it over on the elbow, kicks it out to another wide open three-point shooter, and Johnson knocks it down. He just got it. That'll make it 115-99. Grimes, elbow J, no. Bona, volleyball's at the Doughton, but it goes off of his left knee and out of bounds over towards the baseline. What are we doing with that pick? Who are we trading it for? And who are we trading? I need y'all to be specific with me. Another three-point shot is no good. And Bona comes up with another rebound. Outlet pass to Butler. Butler to Yabu. I was thinking about passing it, but decided to take it all the way to the cup himself. And a foul is issued on Washington. Third quarter is ready to start out in Brooklyn. It is 62-45 in the third quarter. By the way, the Knicks do lead at 68-62. Ken says for flag. Well, you can't just trade it. You can't just trade. If you're either drafting somebody or you're trading. So are you saying trade that pick and trade Paul George, Ken? Is that what you're saying? 115-101 as Yabu knocks down both free throws.
Excellent.
Who are you trading in that pick, and what are you getting? A shot that goes up by Sarr, he can't make it, and it's rebounded by the Sixers again. Grimes over on the elbow, tries to go over towards the far corner for a three, and he got it. Quentin Grimes able to drop one from the pond, hits it from the far corner. It's 115-104. But who are you trading it for? Giannis? KD? Like, who are we trading for? That's what I want to know. Yabusele playing defense all over A.J. Johnson, and Johnson's shot is no good. Good defense by Yabusele. Yabu lost the ball. He tried to catch it. It went out of his hands and just slipped out. You're trading that for a second pick for next year. 115-104, 2 minutes and 56 or 56 seconds left to go. A step back three-pointer is airballed by A.J. Johnson. He actually, I think, Dembona blocked it. Grimes does get fouled, and Clinton's going to go to the line for 2 more free throws. A.J. Johnson gets called for a shooting foul, and the Sixers will call for time. This is a quick game. This is a really quick game. The game started at 7, and it's almost 2 hours old. This might be one of the quickest NBA games ever, unless the quickest NBA game for the first 46 minutes. Yabu's doing himself no favors. Do you want him back? Do you want him back? I like Gershon. I like the effort that he gives you. I do. I like Gershon. I think that Gershon in this game has actually played really well. He has 21 points tonight and 7 rebounds. He's not at a good second half overall, as I just mentioned before. But I like the intensity that he brings for you. I think that he's the perfect, and I know it's not. I know that we're in an era now where we're sort of divided on Joel Embiid, but I'll tell you, as a power forward, a lot of teams I feel like would take him. And he is like the perfect complementary piece for Joel Embiid. Gives you effort, is a good rebounder, can also space the floor, but, can play. I'm not telling you he's a good backup center at all, but he can slide into that backup center position. We're not signing Andre Drummond. Man, I just got here. I thought maybe early third quarter. Well, we're going on for the Raptors game after this. It's only a 12-point game over there. So, and there's 9:17 left in the third quarter of that game. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to go live for fantasy baseball. So this game is flying by quick. This game started at 7. So it's great. 76ers should get Mekhi Becton from the Chargers. He's a mountain. Yeah, but the problem is, Eric, he would commit a lot of fouls because it's not football, basketball anymore. That's the issue. If I were the Sixers GM, what would I do? Okay, so if we're going to get the first overall pick, I'm trading that pick and Paul George, and I'm trying to get Giannis. Some people are going to be like, well, try to be realistic, JJ. Giannis has said that Giannis does want out. Giannis wants out. Who are the Raptors playing? It's right down below on the screen, my friend. I don't know if you see that. It's they're playing against Brooklyn. It's all there. Like, I have the scores there and everything. So, you're right, says Eric. Yeah, unfortunately, it wouldn't work like that. But I agree with you. Like, you want a mammoth, and I don't know, even Shaq, I think, would get called for a lot of fouls today in today's NBA. 115-106, and there's 2:41 left to go. Adem Bona just committed a personal foul. What's up, Asia? How are you? Thanks so much for stopping by. After this, we got the Raptors game. Raptors are playing Brooklyn. We're finishing that. We're hoping... Who are you rooting for, Brooklyn or Toronto? 115-106 is the score. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What happened? Thought we were streaming last night. Ken, I got burnt out. You want me to be honest? I got burnt out last night. And I needed to rest. I've been streaming for like 40 hours over these last 3 days. That's a lot of streaming. So I needed to step away. So I went out last night. That's what happened. Braves Champs is here. What's going on? Again, after the Raptors game is done, okay, we're going on. And we're going to be doing our fantasy draft. We're going to be making our fantasy league. Thanks so much for coming on here, Braves Champs. I appreciate it. 115-106. 2:28 left to go in the fourth quarter. And the free throw is missed by Kobe Jones. He missed both free throws, so more brickin' for chicken.
Excellent.
Edwards over to Yabusele. Yabu says, come over here, Justin. Edwards, or Yabusele, trying to pump down his defender, goes up for a layup inside, can't get it. And the ball goes out of bounds. And it'll be it'll be Wizards ball, I think. Yabu missed a 1-foot hook shot. They say on ESPN that it was Sixers offensive rebound. But it's going to be Washington ball because I think they're going to call a shot clock violation. 115-106 and about a minute 55 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. Washington has the lead. They're up 115-106. All right, 145 left to go. Here's a shot that goes up, and it's good. to make it 117-106 by the Wizards. Jalen Martin made the layup. 1 minute and 38 seconds left to go. Butler will drive it inside. He actually lost the ball for a second. Gives it over to Yabusele. An underhanded pass to Bona, and Bona throws it down with a lot of authority. It's 117-108, and 125 left to go in the fourth quarter. And Butler will try to play defense. There's a wide open three-pointer, and it's no good by Washington again. Butler from the top of the key. He got it. 117-111. And the Sixers are only down by 6 now with 1:12 left to go. And the ball is last touched. I think they're going to call a kickball violation on Jared Butler, and they will. And with 1:09 left, Washington will inbound it from the near sideline. Oh boy, it's getting close now. This isn't good. Not good. .108 left. A.J. Johnson has the rock. And a bad pass stolen by Edwards. Edwards to Butler for 3. Off the mark. And the ball is going to be bounced off of the hands of Edwards. Edwards tries to go for it a couple of times. The rebound finally goes over to Washington, but it's knocked away. Sixers have the ball again. 45 seconds left to go. Council inside. Over to Doughton on the outside. Doughton with a layup inside. Good. And it's a 4-point ball game with 38 seconds left to go. Wow. Some sloppy defense by the Wizards. And we have a timeout taken by Washington. And there's 38 seconds left to go. Are you kidding me? Sixers call for a timeout, actually. They'll call it a timeout on Philadelphia, but regardless. Oh, great. Oh, beautiful. Do not out-tank us. Do not out-tank us tonight. Please. Hit that thumbs up button, folks. Subscribe to the channel. Again, what has disappointed you the most about the Philadelphia 76ers this year? I said it before. I'll say it again. I cannot stand the fact how many times the organization lied to the fans and they sold them garbage, absolute garbage. And I just cannot stand the gaslighting, the amount of lies that have been said from the top all the way down to everybody who invested their tickets into this team this year. That's what I can't stand the most. But what can't you stand? Is there a certain finger that you would point to? Let me know in the comments section. Oh, come on. Oh, please. (117-113). Washington will inbound it and advance the ball over to their side. So it was a timeout by Washington. It'll be Jones, Martin, Vucevic, Johnson, and Sarr who have it, or who are out there now. They'll play keep away. They'll give it back over to Jones, who slipped up for a second, passes it over towards the near side, gives it back to Johnson. 25 seconds left to go, 10 on the shot clock. Johnson over to Sarr, downhill, layup is up, and he got it. 119-113, timeout taken by the Sixers. Sarr got banged up a little bit, but that was a huge bucket by Alex Sarr and a timeout by Philadelphia. They needed that. They needed that. Grace is here. What's up, Grace? Haven't seen you on here in a very long time. What's going on? How are you? Thanks so much for stopping by. Hope to see you tomorrow afternoon for Phillies opening day. We're going to have a huge crowd on here, I'm expecting, and that should be a lot of fun. And after this, we're going to Brooklyn. JJ, you're a true professional. Thank you. Thank you, Philadelphia 76ers G team. It still ain't over, man. They have 18 seconds left to complete the job here, the organization. I want to know, again, what is the most disappointing thing about the Philadelphia 76ers this season? I'll tell you my thoughts. I said it before, but I'll say that I just cannot stand the amount of times that this team has lied to us from top to bottom. Morey has lied to us. Josh Harris has lied to us. Everybody has lied. The medical staff has lied to us. You know? Just got back from Central America. Ooh, where in Central America? That's cool. 119, 113, 18.1 seconds left to go. Oh, boy. Finish the job, Sixers. Come on. The organization. The whole organization has lied to us. Yep. Doughton will try to inbound it here, and he throws it over to Council. Council with a layup inside, and we have a foul called with exactly 16 seconds left to go. That they can't figure out what's really going on with Joel's knee. That's sad. How sad is that, Neil? How sad is it that nobody can seem to figure out what is going on with his knee? I mean, I think that's just our organization, right? And how cursed they are. El Salvador. Ooh, that's cool. First free throw is good. It's 119, 114. The Dembona will sub back on in for Gershon Yabusele. Council at the line for free throw number 2. Here comes the second foul shot by Ricky. It hits off the back iron, and it goes out of the hands of Council and into the hands of Jones, and he's fouled by Ricky as soon as he got the ball immediately. And so we're going to walk the floor, and we're going to have some more free throws coming on up. Neil says it's really sad, JJ. Nobody can figure it out. It's like a Rubik's Cube. It's even it's like a 6 or like a 9-figure Rubik's Cube. That's just almost near impossible to figure out. It's so sad. And Grace, not only did they allow him to play with his knee problems, but they knew that the injuries were a problem. They allowed him to play in the Olympics. And yet, with a year and a half left on his salary, they still extended the guy. I don't want to sign him, said Joshua Harris. Lie. 119, 114. Yabu goes up for a shot, and it's rejected by Washington, but another foul is called, and it's a goaltending. What? And Washington's going to challenge this. So both free throws, in case you were wondering, were missed by Kobe Jones. He missed both of them. Grimes got the rebound. Yabu just got called for a goaltending, or Vukcevic got called for a goaltending. And they're going to say it's 119 to 116, and they're going to challenge this. Washington with 1.7 seconds left. Now the damage is permanent. Yep. Let's see again. Is this a goaltending here? That is a tough one, Allah. That is a tough one. I don't know. Was the ball over the rim by the time it was blocked? I don't know if they have any conclusive evidence on that. That angle, it was slightly. Ever so slightly. All right, after this, we're going to Brooklyn. We're going to scoreboard to watch Brooklyn and Toronto. I want us to know, who do you want to win? I want Brooklyn to win because we're tied with Brooklyn in the tank-a-thon standings. But yet again, if Toronto does win, then they'll be 2.5 games behind us. So Is it the most important thing in the world? No. But I think it would be kind of nice if we got another monkey off of our back type of a thing. 119, 116, and 1.7 seconds left to go in this fourth quarter. But the question is, are they going to call goaltending? It was originally called a goaltend. I think it was slightly above the rim. I do. The challenge was successful, so they're going to take away the goaltending call. And the Wizards are going to get a rebound. And they're going to put 1.7 on the clock. Maxey's hair looks awesome today, man. I love his hair. All right, who's inbounding it now? Come on. It's 119, 114. Nick Nurse looks absolutely confused. What else is new? Star will inbound it, and that's going to do it. Another one in the books for the tank-a-thon. And now we have to wait and see what happens out in Brooklyn. So right now, Brooklyn is losing. And they are losing to the Toronto Raptors. But we lost another one, so that's good. Yay! Another loss! Another one! This team certainly does know how to tank. That is what they're good at. Tell you what, it's really an art. I said it before, I'll say it again. They just know how to tank. It's in their DNA. It's in their DNA. You know? And hey, when they have to do it, they do it. And they did a great job tonight. They out-tanked the Washington Wizards, and the Wizards actually almost gave it up to them at the very end. They did. They almost gave it up. And so this is really important because this does continue to increase our chances at getting a top 5 pick. So, but yeah. Look, when I look at this game, thought that Nick Nurse actually had some good, bad lineups out there. I liked it when he took Yabusele out to put in the Dembone at the very end because you know why? He had to sell it just a little bit, but, you know, if they were up by like 2, he probably wouldn't have done that. But that is exactly how you tank, folks. With the way that things went tonight, they out-tanked the team that's in last place. And the Wizards sat Malcolm Brogdon. They sat Chris Middleton. They sat all their star guys except for Jordan Poole. And yet we still were able to find a way to just beat them at their own game. It was good. Again, we found a way to finesse. We are so good at finding ways to finesse the system here. I think that Daryl Morey actually, to be honest with you, spends a lot of his time trying to find ways to outthink the NBA, and it never usually works out. But when it comes to these types of things, when it comes to the ideas that Colangelo and Sam Hinkie had, I think Daryl Morey is sort of like that heir to the throne where he just understands what he has to do in order for the Sixers team to tank. And it's an art. I'll be straight up honest with you. You can laugh all you want. It is funny. It's sad, but it is an art. It's so that they are so talented at this. At just finding ways to sell it and make it look so good. Face it, the Sixers season is over, says Katie. Katie, the Sixers season has been over for the last 2 months. Now it's just figuring out where are we going to land and where's the lottery balls going to go. That's what's going to happen. PAS says, now I need that same energy when the Phillies lose. There may come a time, and I hate to bring this up, but the Phillies are sort of in the same boat that the Sixers are in coming into this year. Okay? You want me to bring it up? I have to. And we'll talk about it more tomorrow. As excited as I am for opening day, okay, I got to be honest with you. This season is a make it or break it season for the Phillies, and it can go in two directions. It can go into the direction like the Eagles did, as they can go all the way to the World Series. It can. It can. Not telling you that it will, but it can. It can be either so good or it could be as bad as this. It is such an extreme for the Phillies this year because now's the time. The kids are not kids anymore. Marsh, Bohm, Sosa, all those guys are not kids. Rojas is not a kid anymore. Even though he's 24, in this day and age, like right now, he's been with the team for the last couple of years. He's not a kid. He has to... They're all going to have to step up this year. Along with, of course, the core, which is the most important thing. But they're not babies anymore. They're not the Philly daycare anymore. I'm tired of people still calling them the daycare. They have a job this year, and that is to compete for the National League pennant. If they lose to the Dodgers, that's one thing. But they better be playoff ready. It's a make it or break it season for the Phillies. And it starts tomorrow. It's scary. It's exciting. It's anxiety provoking. It's all of the above. But going back to the Sixers, okay, we're in this hole, and they did what they had to do tonight. Let's take a look at the tank-a-thon standings, and then we'll go on over to the Brooklyn game, and we'll watch the rest of the fourth quarter, okay? That's what we'll do. So where is the tank-a-thon standings? We're going to pull it up right now. I want to know, how do you feel after this loss? I do. I really want to know how you feel after this type of loss. So this is our standings right now. We're a half game above Brooklyn. We're now 2.5 games above the Toronto Raptors. Okay? If Toronto does win tonight, they're 3 games behind us. We're actually 3 games behind New Orleans right now, and I don't think New Orleans plays tonight. There's a world where we could catch that 4 spot because we won that game against New Orleans, and that was big. We lost the game against New Orleans, but we won in regards to tanking. So, losing that game was huge. And I think we could be in the mix for that 4. I do. I really, really do. They're not on tonight. They're not playing tonight. But it looks a lot better to see them only down 3 games against them. That's getting closer. The Sixers season was over after the first 20 games. No one tanks like we do, says Grace. Absolutely. Like, we have a good chance at a decent pick, says Grace. Yes, we do. And we'll be covering it, even though we don't like it. By the way, Toronto is up by 25. And again, during the fourth quarter, we'll go on over there just to see how the game finishes. And then, I promise you, we'll head on over to our next stream, and we'll do we will create our league. Okay? We have a good chance. Unfortunately, though, I know how this goes. And We need people to actually go over to the Barclays Center to investigate and figure out how big the ping pong balls are, measure each one, and measure where the tunnel is, and if there's any sort of, hindrances or whatever. Like, there better not be dirt in any single spot wherever they roll the ping pong balls. We need somebody to go over there and figure out if the Sixers are going to have a fair advantage to this. Jokes aside, though, good loss tonight. This was a good loss. Nick Nurse, I think, has finally accepted the idea that we have to lose. I think he finally has accepted that over these last 2 games. Because you could tell that even 3 games ago, he was still upset after these losses. That he was still pissed. Funny and sad at the same time. Put one ping pong ball on the ice. We need somebody to go out there and investigate that. We do. That's going to be a big night for us. Measure the sizes of the ping pong balls. Where are they going to roll down? Like, we gotta know these things. We do. We gotta know these things. I better not see bad luck in regards to the ping pong balls rolling. I better not see bad luck there. All right, let's go over to this other game here. Again, we really wanted the Nets to win tonight. It is what it is. But we'll see how the rest of this game does play out. NBA scores. Where is it? Where are we? Lakers only up by 6. Oof. All right. Let's go back to this. Join us for opening day tomorrow. We're going to have a very, very long day. It's going to be beautiful. 4 o'clock is when the madness begins. We're actually starting stream at 3:30. And it'll be fun. It'll be a lot of fun. Okay. Let's try this. All right. We're here. Brooklyn is down by 25 points. They just scored 2. Let's go. Let's take that. Was it 93-70? Or did they just wave it off? Yeah, Trent and Watford just made a layup. Okay. They didn't wave it off. 93-70. Okay, we can take this other scoreboard down. We'll do that right now. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. That's not what I meant to do. That is what I meant to do. Good. Scotty Barnes just made a little hook shot, and Mogbo got the assist. So they lead at 95-70 with 10.5 minutes left to go. I know I obviously could just start this other baseball thing now, but I'm going to be so pissed if I see them come back, Brooklyn. Mabo did get called for a personal foul. I really want Brooklyn to lose, or I really want Brooklyn to win this. I really do. I really want them to win this. W equals tank. That's how it's going now. Cole Swider is out there for the Raptors. Claxton's going to enter back on in for Noah Clowney. Again, it's 95-70. Whitehead just missed a 2. Claxton got an offensive rebound, but he missed the tip shot. Grabs his own offensive rebound again. Misses another tip shot. And Mogbo gets the defensive board. Ugh, come on. Swider just missed a 2. Claxton got the rebound. And it's back to a 23-point deficit and 1. Good. Good. So we have a couple of substitutions. Johnson will come on in for Jalen Wilson. Mickey Moniak has signed a 1-year, $1.25 million contract with the Rockies. Good for him. Good for him. That's actually really impressive. 95-72. Claxton did miss the free throw. Darn it. And Swider got the rebound. This is a long shot now. Again, we're looking at the tank-a-thon standings. They're right over here. Oh, they're not right over here. I'll have to pull them back up again. 1 second. Watford just blocked Mogbo. Raptors got an offensive rebound. It's 95-72 with 9:44 left to go. And the Raptors just hit a 3. All right. Well, we're probably not going to get a Brooklyn loss tonight. They're still tied with us for that 5 seed, but at least Toronto is sort of getting away from us. So that's kind of nice. Battle just hit a nice big-time 3. We don't play Brooklyn anymore, so we still control our own destiny against them. But even still, where is it? Tank-a-thon. There's our tank-a-thon standings. So we really could have used Brooklyn to lose, but it's okay because Toronto, if they win, then they're 3 games behind us for that 5 seed. Or at getting the 5th best odds for getting the 5 seed. That's just called a timeout with 9:05 left to go. And they have 2 timeouts left. Barnes is 12. Mogbo is 14. Toronto, don't you guys want to tank? Again, it's the organization. It's not the players. Isn't the organization trying to lose too? No? Who's pitching for the Phillies tomorrow? It's Wheeler. Wheeler's pitching tomorrow. It's Wheeler versus Gore. Chat. Do any of you have a favorite quote from this year? What is your favorite all-time Philadelphia 76ers tank quote? I think my favorite quote of all time during this whole process from like 2011 and onward is, would you ask Doc that question? Or sorry, would you ask Pop that question? I think that was my all-time favorite quote during this whole era. Even though I really thought it was funny how Nick Nurse said, well, if Boston is beating us and we're playing a zone defense, why would we switch to man? That was also funny, too. If they're beating us with a zone defense, why would we switch to man? That was another favorite of mine. That was the best quote of this year, to be honest with you. Any other quotes? I also liked when Ben Simmons said, if y'all fans want to boo, boo on the other side. When they were booing Ben Simmons in his first playoff game for not taking shots. Mine's from Paul George. I'm quitting my podcast to focus on a championship. That's true. That is a good one. You just gotta squint your eyes, Daryl Morey. That's another classic one. We got some good quotes, man. I wouldn't trade Tobias Harris for a crumble cookie. We're not gonna go on a B-ball Paul tour. Like we have some classic lines. We do. I want Ben Simmons to shoot a 3. You could tell this to him. Or when Brett Brown called Jimmy Butler James, and Jimmy was like, "Don't ever call me James again." There's good ones. We got good quotes, man. We got some all-timers. 98-74 as Claxton makes a tip. And it's back to a 24-point game with 7 minutes and 58 seconds left to go in this one. Okay, where is this one? Yeah, mine's from Paul George. I'm quitting my podcast to focus on a championship. Oh, that is an all-timer. That is funny. That's hilarious. Barnes just made a layup, and he got fouled. Oh, boy. That'll make it 100-74. Watford got called for a shooting foul. Thought it was also really funny, too, when Jared McKeon was posting a TikTok. And it was a TikTok for one of Drake's songs. I forget what the title is. Love Deep Inside of Me, I want to say. But one of the verses was, I got a guy for you, but he's not a guy to me. Just take a ride with him, then take a ride with me. And he was pointing to Kyle Lowry. And the reason why it was funny was because he was playing Kyle Lowry over, Nick Nurse was playing Kyle Lowry over Jared McCain. And it was sort of low-key a shot at Kyle Lowry. Not at Kyle Lowry, but it was more so of a shot at Nick Nurse. I just thought that was kind of funny. 103-74. 7:08 left to go in the fourth quarter. This team has problems. And RB told me the other day, he said to me, you know what sells in this business? Drama. Drama is always going to sell, whether you like it or not. And this team just has so many layers of drama to them. I've never witnessed anything like it. Like they have so much trauma and drama attached to them. It's not even funny. What did we even do to deserve this as fans? 105-74. Williams just missed a 3. Robinson got the rebound. I think that's pretty much going to do it for this. And Orlando Robinson just made an 11-foot jump shot to put them back up by 31 points. Is Scotty on the court? Who's on the court? Robinson, Barrett, Shed, Walter, and Battle. No Scotty. Scotty's not out there. Scotty only played 28 minutes tonight and had 15 points. It's 105-76. Again, I can't see the game. I'm not watching it on NBA TV or anything. So if you want like an actual play-by-play, not for this game, because I don't have NBA TV. Claxton just made the dunk. Raptors just called for time. I do call Sixers games, though. I will be calling some more Major League Baseball games this year, which will be nice. But, no. Damn, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, Ahmad. That's probably going to do it for Scotty. I don't have the game on NBA. I don't have NBA TV, unfortunately. NBA Game Pass, or whatever it's called. I have NBA TV, just not Game Pass. Ugh. 105.76. I'm going to change the time for when we go live for this other game. Not other game, I'm sorry. Meant to say other stream. We're just going to go live right after this. I'm going to post it for 10 o'clock. YouTube Studio. Where is it? Ahmad, thanks for subscribing, man. I really appreciate you. If you like Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles content, we'll absolutely be on for the Phillies tomorrow. We're doing a lot of games this year for the Phillies again. This is our third season. So thanks for subscribing. I really, really appreciate it. I know that the Sixers really haven't gotten a lot of buzz this year just because of how bad they've been. And for the Phillies, it's going to be rocking. I expect it to be rocking. I really do. We got to change the time for this. We're going to go live for this at 10 o'clock. Yes, sir, I will be tuned in. Let's go, baby. Let's go. And then, of course, we'll finish out the Sixers season. It's 105-76. And, well, if the Raptors hang on, which they probably will, unless they do an all-time tank collapse here, then they'll be 3 games behind us in the tank-a-thon standings. And I think we play the Raptors one more time, too. Hey, by the way, the Knicks are losing 116-102. They're at home against the Clippers. Kawhi has 27 points and 10 rebounds, and Harden has 29, 6, and 6. Cat is 32 and 11, and OG is 19. And Bridges has 17 points, 9 assists, and 4 rebounds. Hart today, though, has really struggled. Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi is getting back up there, man. Everybody's like, no, he's done. He's not done. Like, he's not done. He's still playing at a good level. He is. Maybe not at an all-time high level, but he's still playing at a pretty high level. I love Kawhi. 105-76. I miss Spurs Kawhi days. You know? But Kawhi, I still think should have stayed in Toronto, and that was just me personally. 105-76. Again, if you guys want to stay on after this, we're going to be making our fantasy baseball league. And I'm going to be doing that on stream, which will be really awesome. And I hope that you stick with me and that y'all join. Jacoby Walter's going to enter on into the game for Jameson Battle. We're going to create the league. I'm not really going to take a lot of, I'm going to make the league myself. Then y'all are going to join. And then I'll explain to you how everything's going to work. 108-76. Everybody's going to have their disagreements on how things should go, and I'm not going to be bothered by it. We're just going to make it I might ask for some opinions on things, but if I do, then it's just going to be for that. Other than that, though, that's it. 108.76 with 4:32 left in the fourth quarter. Again, like and subscribe and hit the bell icons too. I can take off the hat. Claxton is going to sub on out. And Noah Clowney's going to come back on in. I think that this New York Knicks team is a pretender. I don't think that they're going to make noise. I think that they'll get past the first round, but I don't see them getting out of the second. I don't know how I feel about the Cavs, to be honest with you. The Cavs have had a very good regular season. But can they stay locked in during the postseason? They have a chance to shut up a lot of haters during this postseason. And the Celtics, they have some question marks now with Tatum. Is Tatum going to be healthy? There's a lot of narratives. 108-76. 4 minutes and 1 second left in the fourth quarter. Again, the Clippers lead it by 13. Lakers are up 105-103. Boston plays Phoenix at 10. Also, sorry to Damian Lillard. That sucks. A blood clot? Ugh. It's terrible. That is awful. 108-76 with 3 minutes and 35 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter of this game. Robinson had 21 points and 12 rebounds. Clowney just committed a personal foul. And Jacoby Walter just missed a shot. So yeah, we're going to go on at 10. It'll be nice. It'll be very, very cool. Again, that is the quickest NBA game I've ever seen. That really is. That was a very quick basketball game. That game ended at 9:05? I don't think it was even 2 hours long. Was that game even 2 hours? Let's go back. How long was that game? Doesn't say. Doesn't tell you the time of the game. Let's see if I can figure that out. How long was tonight's Sixers game? It's weird. It doesn't tell you time of game for basketball, but it tells you time of game for baseball. It's odd. I don't know. That's a little bit weird. It's 110-79 as Robinson just made a dunk. Jalen Wilson did make a layup and one with 3:04 left but it's 110-79. Johnson just made a free throw, and it's 110-80. And he missed the second one. And A.J. Lawson gets a rebound for the Raptors. They'll kick it out over to Josh Hart over on the near elbow. Hart over to Bridges. They give it back over to Anunoby for a three. Got it. Uh-oh. That's the Knicks game. Knicks are coming back. It's an 8-point game. .212 left to go in the Brooklyn game. Raptors lead at 110-80. Oh, the Clippers just hit a huge three. Beautiful. Mabo just committed a personal foul. And I think we may have some more free throws. Wilson did make the first free throw, so they're over the foul limit. Next, we're going to lose to the Clippers. Wow. 110-82 with 1:56 left to go in the Brooklyn game. First free throw is good. It's making now 111-82. Indiana just took the lead against the Lakers. The Lakers are choking. Wow, they're choking that. Butterfly, what's going on, Butterfly? In 9 more minutes, we're going on to our next stream, and we are doing our fantasy baseball draft. 39 likes for JJ. That's awesome. That's awesome. Butterfly, shout out to you. Shout out to you for being on here. So we're just waiting to see how this game does end. I mean, obviously, it's probably gonna. It's most likely gonna end in a win for the Toronto Raptors, and then we'll take a look at the tank-a-thon standings one more time before we leave, and then we're gonna go into making our fantasy baseball league, and that'll be awesome. And so, if you want to join, pop on in. And we're going to make a fantasy baseball league. The draft is going to be Friday night at 7, it looks like. That's what people have voted for in the poll in the community session. So, at 7. So, yes. Yep, Ahmad just left. 112-82. And another foul called as Clowney turned it over was an offensive foul. Then there was another foul that occurred 6 seconds later. And there was a personal foul again on Noah Clowney. It's wild. So yeah, 8 more minutes until we get to go on. Mogbo's at the line. First free throw is good. And the second free throw is good too. Well, at least Toronto is sort of getting out of our way. So that is kind of a plus. Tonight was sort of like a win-lose type of situation with the Brooklyn Raptors game. They do play each other one more time, though. And I think that we're going to have to be Nets fans that day when that does happen. I think we're going to have to be Nets fans that day. Tomorrow is Thursday. Any team play tomorrow that we should be concerned with? Do the Pelicans play tomorrow? No. Pelicans do not play tomorrow. The Jazz do play tomorrow, but the Jazz, we're not going to catch them. Yes, Toronto is all alone, actually. Yeah. They're going to be locked into... I don't want to say locked into that spot, but they're now going to be 3 games behind us and the Nets. They had to lose tonight, Toronto. I'm sure that their fans are going crazy. There's now 25 seconds left to go as Brooklyn just hit a 2. 25.3 seconds left, to be exact. So yeah, they would fall to the 7. Toronto is by themselves. Yeah. New Orleans is getting closer. Charlotte might be getting close. Did we play Charlotte one more time? If we do, that would be great. If we play Charlotte one more time, that would be great. So the Raptors win. And so the Sixers at least get a little bit more away from Toronto, so that is a good sign. I'll take that. Unfortunately, though, the Brooklyn Nets are still tied with us, so they're now also 3 games behind New Orleans, and it is what it is. So we are still in 5th, though. They own the head-to-head tiebreaker against us, I think. So that's why we're in front of them in regards to the whole tank-a-thon thing. So it's good. It's actually really, really good that we're gaining some ground. We are also 4.5 games. Or wait, is that correct? 3.5 games? We are 3.5 games behind the Hornets, right? 4.5. 4.5 games behind the Hornets. So if I look at the schedule right now, and then, of course, we're going to go over to the next stream. Looking at the schedule, let's go to the Sixers schedule. Who did the Sixers play? Roster, no. Let's go to their schedule. Yeah, your Spurs did move up. Your Spurs could get 8. Your Spurs could get 8. They really could. We don't play Charlotte again. We do play Miami, Toronto, New York, Milwaukee, Minnesota, Miami, Washington, Atlanta, and Chicago. Let's see what the Nets schedule is. I will actually post that on here for y'all right now. Where is it? Okay. Here's the schedule for us. I don't know if y'all can see this. Okay, so this is our schedule. So we play Miami, we play Toronto, New York, Milwaukee, Minnesota. That's our schedule for the next 9 games. We have 9 games left of this, and I'm going to miss them. Just kidding. Who does Brooklyn play? We'll do them first. Brooklyn's schedule is as follows. They play the Clippers, Washington, Dallas, Minnesota, Toronto, New Orleans, Atlanta, Minnesota again, and then the Knicks. Interesting. Okay. That's big. I think that they can beat Washington. We're going to have to out-tank them. That's going to be tough. They're going to be a tough one. They are. New Orleans, where are they? Here's the Pelicans. The Pelicans, Golden State, Charlotte. They could beat Charlotte. I don't know who you want to win that game. They play Brooklyn? Oh, yeah. I missed that. They play Brooklyn. We might actually need Brooklyn to win that game. Or sorry, Brooklyn to lose that game. So that way they can catch up to the both of us. We might be on the same team that day, Brooklyn and us. The Lakers, they beat them once. What if they beat them again? I don't know if they beat them this year. I thought that they did. Didn't they beat them this year? Or was it close? Maybe they almost beat them. Yeah, they... Oh, it was the Clippers. It was the Clippers who they beat. Yeah. I went to the Pelicans and the Spurs a few weeks ago. Oh, that's cool. Are you going to any baseball or basketball games this year? I'm planning on going to just a couple of baseball games. I really want to be on here a lot of the time for y'all. But I am planning on going to just a few. But yes. All right, so long story short, we got some work. Okay, we got some work to do. All right, it's 10 o'clock. Head on over to our fantasy baseball stream. Okay, we're going to start that back up in literally 2 minutes. Okay? It'll actually come up as soon as the stream is done. I will see you all there. Bye.